Hello Gemini, welcome to a He Said, She Said reading. This is for the week of August 12th, 2018. Say hello to Richard.
Hello Gemini.
He's joining us this week to offer his insights. Don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. I have my mid-August in-depth readings up, and I'll have September up this week as well, so please go and check those out for sun, moon and rising signs. Also, we're offering that $35 special at the present time. That's for 20 minutes with both Richard and I. And if you would like your own personal He Said, She Said reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. So let's get along with your reading here, Gemini. From the Psychic Love Tarot, you've pulled the card of Rebuild.
Okay, so Rebuild speaks to... It gives me an energy like the Tower card, basically tearing the relationship down and rebuilding it around a stronger core, and that core being the love of yourself.
And from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, you've pulled the card of Why. So this is all about motives. Motives driving intention and the power of knowing why. We don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way that we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognize whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. So it's really asking yourself, why am I feeling like this, and why did I say that, or why did I do the things that I did?
And is it dependent on someone else, or is it really just something to do with you?
With you, and how you feel about yourself. So let's have a look. I've already meditated on your energies here, Gemini, and I'll cut the cards. The first card, I wasn't really feeling that. I'm going to reshuffle and cut that again for Gemini for the week of August 12th. Okay, let's do this again. The first card will symbolize the energy of your partner or who you are thinking about, Gemini. What they bring to the table when it comes to you, their flaw, how they feel about you, how you feel about them, the strengths between you, the weaknesses between you, the potential for a healthy relationship crossed by any roadblock, and the potential outcome. So Gemini, let's look at the energy of the person that you are thinking about. The Eight of Swords in reverse. So release.
Yeah, so maybe you believe that, your partner believes that you can release them from some sort of internal prison, some sort of internal restriction.
Yeah, it's a feeling here of finding freedom. It's about releasing yourself or themselves from feeling any kind of energy of being trapped or restricted emotionally or mentally. Now, as what they're bringing to the table, we have the Four of Cups. So there is a sense of emotional withdrawal.
Yeah, unavailability or emotional unavailability.
It's someone who's just not seeing the offers that are around them, the opportunities that are around them at the present time. Someone who's very caught up, perhaps even there's a sense here of someone who may, I'm picking it up as perhaps some depression or apathy, certainly not being interested in things that they normally would be interested in. Now, the flaw of this person is the Princess of Pentacles. So there is an immaturity around, I pick it up as material things. With this one, there's a focus on achieving material things. It seems to be kind of a superficial energy is what I get this as a flaw. It's being focused on earthly things, not too much focus on things that are a higher level or require a greater understanding when it comes to intellect or emotions. It's a focus on superficial things, perhaps even material goods. Now, how they are viewing you here, Gemini, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So with this one, there's a sense of coming out of a period of feeling rejected.
And left out in the cold.
Yeah.
That kind of energy, right?
That's right. It seems like this person sees you as, they may have rejected you in the past, or it could be vice versa. The energies can go either way with this reading. So if this is not resonating as you, it could be your partner. But I feel that they see Gemini as coming out of a feeling of being left out. There's a sense of things improving, looking at the brighter side of life as well. Now, how you're viewing them is the Two of Wands. So again, we have a card of someone who is making plans.
Yeah, not putting anything into action yet, but making some sort of plan.
There's still a bit of indecision around this when it comes to having a vision for the future. But it is someone who is looking at more of the bigger picture, is what I get with this. Now, as a strength, we have the Prince of Swords. So between you both, there seems to be action being taken. Perhaps a message of some kind. But it does speak about some kind of, it can be aggressive kind of action as well, but I pick it up as communication, needing to say something.
Yes, because that's Knight of Swords, right? It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's like the Knight of Swords energy here.
So we're talking about the possibility of somebody speaking a harsh truth.
Yeah. Something maybe someone needs to hear. Potentially, but it is coming out as a strength. The weakness is the Rebirth card or the Judgment card. Now, this one speaks about learning from past choices and decisions.
Yeah, usually poor decisions.
Yeah, and I get that there may have been some kind of hasty action here in the past, but there needs to be contemplation.
And realisation.
And yes, so that there can be, I pick it up as cutting out what is no longer worthwhile keeping in someone's life or in this relationship.
It's very much an air sign kind of thing to do anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's cutting out what you don't feel is needed so that you can focus on things that you want in your life. But I do get this is attached to the Princess of Pentacles, so the energy I pick up here is someone who perhaps has an attachment to things that are superficial. It doesn't go very deep. Let's look at the potential. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The roadblock is the Moon in reverse. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, we do have an earth sign quality here. So there may be an earth sign, male or female, in this as your partner here, Gemini. It's a card of someone who likes stability, things to be secure.
And just so, really, not really changing.
Yeah.
And stable.
Stable.
Yeah.
There's a groundedness, a practical kind of energy around this person. They don't like sudden change, things to be very
dynamic. They don't like dynamic situations. They like things to be on a steady settled course.
Yeah.
So with the Moon in reverse there, are we talking perhaps about something needing to come to light?
Yeah.
Or a coming out of confusion, and that's the roadblock.
Yeah, there needs to be a secret revealed, something that needs to be left out in the open here to so that there can be clarity and less confusion, because I get that what I pick out from here is that Gemini, your partner wants to be released from something that has kept them trapped mentally. It may have been some negative thoughts, perhaps about this relationship or how it has progressed. There is a sense of, I feel it may be some sadness, mild depression perhaps, around this relationship and also this person's life, because I get for them they're not seeing the good things that are around them. They're very focused on perceived loss or what has kept them in a negative thought pattern.
Yeah, no, I think the key word there is perceived loss, because I don't think the loss is really as bad as it seems.
No, the person's focus is on earthly kind of things at the present time. They may be focused on work, potentially, superficial kind of things, maybe distractions, Richard, but potentially. Now, as how they're viewing you, as I do get this as able to, I think they're viewing you as able to take them out of a period of feeling rejected.
Right.
Is how I'm viewing this. It seems to be a card here of wanting conditions to improve.
Yeah, I think what we're talking about here is a relationship that's over. It's been over for a while.
Yeah. Someone's trying to rebuild after a tower event.
That's right.
They still want to know why this happened. The strength between you is communication.
Actually, more than that, truthful communication. Even if that truth happens to be harsh.
I think that's the case here. And there needs to be, something needs to go, something needs to be cut out, and it may be feelings that of feeling trapped, stuck in some negativity around the end of a relationship.
Now let's see the outcome.
We've got the devil card here. So it is a kind of a toxic attachment, a level of codependence.
Yeah, but like I said, I think this relationship is over. I think that it's a hanging on to something that was kind of toxic.
Yeah, I see that, and I think the other partner views the other partner as having to make a choice, make a decision. And I think the main thing to take away from this reading is it's rebuilding, but somebody still needs to know why, and that's the block. This is the block. This is why there hasn't been any kind of renewal
or rebirth
of. I don't pick it up as the relationship, because I do see it as a toxic kind of tie, but I feel that it's just preventing.
No, actually I do see that. I mean, I see it in rebirth.
Yeah.
Because often we talk about that being the judgment card. It's about reconciliation, or can be. And as a flaw, that would be a poor choice.
Somebody wanting reconciliation.
Yes.
I see that.
Yeah. Because it's obviously a toxic kind of relationship to begin with. So that's where
that could be the block, Richard.
Yeah, that's right.
To this person freeing themselves.
Yes.
They're still attached.
That's right.
To an energy here of reconciliation, or holding out some kind of hope. There's a feeling here of not knowing the full truth. And this person can be quite rigid, stubborn as well when it comes to needing to know the why.
Right.
So well, I'm putting this all around the wrong way, but there seems to be a lot of energy here of someone who needs to find out some information here so that they can move on. There's been no closure.
Yeah, so they can escape.
Yeah, there's been no closure.
Yeah.
That's the trap.
That's right.
So we wish you all the best with this, Gemini. If you would like your own personal he said, she said reading, please email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. The cost is $35 for 20 minutes with both Richard and I. Also, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. I've got my in-depth mid-August readings up, and I will have September up this week. So check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs to see which ones resonate the most with you. And we wish you all the best with this, Gemini.
All right, thanks, Gemini. Bye-bye.